My name's Chris Raftopoulos, and I'm going to show you 3 values in painting. That's all you really need in a painting is just 3 values: a light, a mid-tone, and a dark. That's all you need. You don't need 10 different values. You don't even need 5. It's just you need 3. So I'll get my black. I'm just going to put pure black, and that's a dark. Okay, there you go. There's a black. Nothing can go darker than that. And this is Payne's Gray I'm using, by the way. It's a nice cool black. It has ultramarine in it. And I'm just going to wipe off the pigment off my knife with the rag. And that's all you need. And okay, and there's your dark. Now for a mid-tone, I'm going to take titanium white. I got a bit of purple in here. I was painting earlier, and I just left some of the pigment left over, since oil doesn't dry very fast anyway. It dries quite slow. And then I'll add a little bit of black to make it a mid-tone. That looks pretty good to me. Now I'm gonna add. The light value could be left as white, but I'm just gonna make a light gray tone. So this time it's gonna be a lot more white and less black. See, in a painting, it's more important. Value is more important than color. Color is just an enhancement. If you have good values in a painting, then it makes your painting better. But color is just an enhancement. Oh, I might have added a bit too much. Okay, I'll have to go back in and add a lot more white. A lot more white. The white's kind of contaminated with the color here. It's hard to have white, clean whites. Just taking a lot of white. Lots of white. There we go. So there you go. We have our darkest, a mid-tone, and a light. Now how do you separate the tween from the lightest to the darkest is when the mid value sits on its own, where it's not too dark or it's not too light. You can buy those value scales and they have 10 different values, but when you look, I don't have one anymore, but when you look at them, there's like lots of darks, but like they're all so close to black, and then there's there's a mid-tone, and then there's the light. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to bring some color here. It's very important to see color, not value. See, I have lemon yellow out here. It's very light in value. And by the way, when you paint on a white surface, any color will look darker. Any color. So what I'm going to do is then mix it with the gray, and it shouldn't change much. And it didn't really. The value didn't change really at all. It's still quite light. So it's important to work on value. Values are more important. It'd be a good practice if you just did paintings in black and white, just to get the values right, because it's so important. See, that color was quite similar in value, pretty much. Maybe it's a little off, but it's pretty darn close. If you squint your eyes, I squinting my eyes, it all blends. It reads as a light. And see, it's simpler that way. It's less confusing and much simpler. I mean, you can do 10 different values in your paintings if you like, but I don't think people who look at your paintings, they won't even see that. Anyway, I'm gonna look at I'm going to put cadmium red light, and let's see how dark that is. It might be a little lighter, a little darker. That's pretty close, I say. Really close in color. Yeah, very, very close in color. That's really close. You see, that's a mid value. Cadmium red light. Now which colors would go for dark? I'm gonna put burnt umber. Wow, reads a black to me. Oh, see? They're almost the same in value. These were a bit different, but not by much. I'm going to take ultramarine. How close is ultramarine to black? Very close. And I can take dioxazine purple. I said it right, yay! See? Exactly the same tone. Same tone. So you see, it means 3 values. I mean, some of it might be there might be in between values, but they're gonna basically read either dark, midtone, or light. Whether light might be maybe sometimes white, or midtone, or dark. And your judgment will get better with time and practice. So maybe you might want to start off doing black and white, getting your values right. Learning the values, seeing how light and dark something is, and playing with those 3 values. Well, I hope you learned a lot about values, and this is goodbye for now. Okay, bye.